Now, if you're producing YouTube content on a bare bones budget, think more along the lines of, say, homebrew in comparison to top shelf $1 million champagne. Well, today's video might actually come in handy for you because I'm actually road testing this little microphone. You could go out and you could spend hundreds of dollars on a nice Rode unit, little lapel microphone with a receiver on the back and all of the good stuff. Or you could do what I've done and spend $16.70 and give something like this a whirl, which is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to unbox this, we're going to give it a road test, we're going to find out, will this improve my YouTube sound game better than what I've been using so far? G'day, it's Al here from One Man Many Plans and of course the blog of the same name, onemanmanyplans.com.au. Today we are going to be road testing a microphone because if you've been following my YouTube journey, I'm coming up to a year in March in 2025. And when I started off, I was just recording on my old Samsung S20 FE and the inbuilt microphone with that. And it did okay. Later on in the piece, I discovered, thanks to another YouTube video and a quick purchase on Amazon, how I could use my USB microphone, my Snowball eyeball on a stick, how I could plug that into my phone and improve the sound quality there. And that's been pretty good so far as well. Now I've decided, let's see if we can go one step further than that, because the USB microphone is sensational. The way that I've got it set up, it does have a long cord. I've put it up on a stand. The stand swivels great, but sometimes you do need to be a little bit further away from the camera. And in the phone's case, the microphone can only go so far, which is why something like this I thought might be a good idea. And as I said at the start of the piece, you could spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on some top tier quality equipment for your phone or your camera when it comes to microphones. I did, however, have a spare $16.70 Australian to try this one. I ordered it, it got delivered yesterday, so let's crack into the box, give this a road test and find out if it is better than what I think it's going to be. Now, the good news is these things are everywhere. Initially, I found quite a few selections, including very similar models, if not the exact same thing, on Temu. Now, every time I talk about Temu around this office, it's a tale of two cities. Half the people I talk to Temu about say, oh, it's the greatest site in the world, Al, and I've spent hundreds of dollars and I've got so much stuff and tech gear and all of these things, and the cat loves this toy and I bought this. They love Temu. The other half, very wary. Oh, my uncle had credit card details go missing, this, that, and everything else. So I'm a little bit hesitant on Temu. I will admit, I've given it a look. I haven't downloaded the app. I've searched through, but I haven't bought anything from Temu yet. Additionally, they're also on Amazon. Lots and lots and lots of variations. This model is also up on Amazon. But I actually bought it from Aliexpress. Now, I've been buying things from Aliexpress for a very, very long time. Back when I was making arcade cabinets as a hobby, just in the back shed. They were very, very basic units, but I got all the parts from AliExpress and I've rarely ever had a problem. So I found this, the Xiaomi wireless microphone, and I thought, let's give it a go. $16.70 delivered to my door. It took about a week and a half. It actually arrived yesterday after I did a whole bunch of filming for a charity challenge that I'm involved in, and that video is going up very, very soon. But yeah, very excited that it's finally here and I can give it a crack. So let's get into this particular box right here. It does say Lavaller Microphone. I've never heard of a Lavaller microphone before. I'm guessing that just means lapel microphone. On the side, it's got a few ticked options. Windproof for iPhone for Type-C. So for Type-C and the Samsung S24 Plus, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. I don't want it for iPhone. And unfortunately, mine's not windproof. So let's not stand in the wind there. Plug and play on the back. Widely compatible. Highly sensitive. That could be an issue possibly. Clear sound. And on the other side, live show, interview, vlog, short video. Excellent. Okay, so now that we know what it's for, wireless on the front, let's open it up and have a look. Now, as expected, $16.70 gets you three parts. You've got your little lapel microphone ready to go. You've got your Type-C little receiver there. That just plugs into your phone. And then you've got a very, very short USB cord to charge them both. Although you can just use, if you're like me and you've got a Samsung or a Type-C cord, you may have plenty of them around the house. Any Type-C cord will work just fine. Behind there, and I've actually taken this out because I was having a good read of them, there will be some instructions ready to go. But that's it. In comparison to some of the little tiny little lapel microphones, this is actually a bit of a chunky boy, because usually they're about this big. This has a nice big clip ready to go. It's got the unit, obviously it's got the battery power in it. Power button is on the back. Simply a case of holding it down until the light comes on. It's flashing red and green at the moment because the receiver isn't plugged into this phone. We'll test that out in just a sec. But that's as basic as it gets. There's no real trick to it. On and off button, charging port on the side for, when it goes flat, USB cord, off we go. Little bit of a pop guard, and that's what it looks like without one. Obviously, given how, and you'll see this in a second, hear this in a sec, given how much this picks up, keep the pop guard on it. The little clip, one-way clip, so, top of the shirt there. I might have to play around with that, but we'll see how that goes. Look, it does stand out. You can't miss it, but at the same time, it does allow me to take a step back, as I'll show you in just a sec, and maybe record at the same sound levels from over there. We'll give that a go. So that's the microphone side of things. The receiver is even more basic. There's really nothing to it. You've got your Type-C input there. You've got a place to charge your little receiver. There's no switches. And funnily enough, when I was charging this up, there's no light on it. And I don't believe there's a light when they actually connect. So you don't know if it's connected or not until you see a little thing at the bottom of your screen that actually says recording through USB microphone. If you're seeing that, the sound's being picked up by that, it's going through there, it's being recorded into video, job is done. So that's really, really it. It's not complicated. Like it says on the box, it is plug and play. So let's give it a go and check out the sound quality, the difference between my onboard microphone and this Xiaomi wireless unit. So first things first, just a quick basic test, the difference between what it sounds like on the phone and what it sounds like through this wireless USB microphone. I'm actually in a little voiceover booth at the moment. We have a couple of these here at the studio, and I just figured this would be a good place for sound dynamic tests. So let's give it a go. So at the moment, nothing is plugged in, ready to go. I'm going to plug in the receiver into the phone. I don't have a spare phone to do. And I think it still hasn't told me that it's recording yet, but let's just stop it and start it again and see the difference between the sound qualities. There we go. It is now saying at the bottom of the screen, recording through USB microphone. So all of the sound that's coming out of me is going through the microphone. It is going to the little receiver at the bottom of my phone, and it is being recorded onto your video. Easy as that. Like I said, it's very, very easy. Plug and play. Bit goes into the phone, turn the microphone on. Don't forget to turn the microphone on, obviously, and then off you go. Now, in my initial testing yesterday, I did discover that if you fart around with it, fool around with it, it will pick that up a lot. So it will help with this particular model if you're not jumping up and down or doing backflips on trampolines or those kinds of things. But for, moving about and getting into it, this is really, really cool. Same voice levels, no matter where you happen to be, no matter which angle you're on. It's not a case of I've got to be on this side of the camera or I've got to be on this side of the microphone. It's all should be one particular level, which makes this very, very handy. Okay, so we've established what happens when you plug in the little receiver into the bottom of your phone. It takes over sound control and doesn't let anything in until the microphone is on and ready to go. So once again, double check before you do anything that the little green light is on and that you're ready to roll record. Let's check out the distance on this thing, because I could go and find some official stats somewhere, but I kind of treat them like the stats you see on car review websites, the fuel consumption rating. That's great in a perfectly controlled environment with no traffic and no conditions and perfect weather and those kinds of things. It's never as accurate as you think. So rather than try and dig out stats and figures about this particular thing, let's just test it. I've got a long hallway. As you can see, it goes on and on and on. We've got recording studios and production studios. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put my phone down the bottom here and basically count meters until this thing stops recording meters. So here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still going 9, possibly 10, 11. What a test. 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 meters roughly by the my feet span. Are you still able to hear me? Hopefully. We'll find out in just a sec. 16, 17, 18. I'd be really impressed if it's still picking up from 18 meters. I will be absolutely gobsmacked if that's the case, but let's find out. Well, colour me completely and utterly impressed, Xiaomi. I didn't think that was going to happen. I figured I'd get to 10, 12, possibly 15 meters maximum before it was completely out of range. But the fact that I ran out of space before I ran out of recording range is actually remarkable. And I think this thing is sensational from the testing that I've had done so far. Now, reading some reviews, some people said it recorded a little bit low, but either my phone's boosting it up or I'm not having a problem with this particular microphone. It seems to pick up things nice and clearly. Like I said, it is one of those microphones that, do not move your shirt around, do not jump up and down. It's not an action microphone. But everything else so far has gone sensationally well. And I'm very, very pleased with this. Less than $20, very easy kit to use, plug and play, very easy to charge, links up right up to my phone without a hitch. I think I'm going to be using this thing a lot in the future. So there you go. If you found this handy, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I'm going to continue to check out some very, very bare bones tech as I slowly but surely build up my YouTube channel. And just on that, I'd love you to like, share, subscribe, comment, get involved, be part of this community, whatever you want to do. I'd really, really appreciate that. I am looking to grow this and having a lot of fun in the meantime. I tell you what, I am really, really impressed with this. So thank you, Xiaomi. Thank you, Aliexpress. And thank you, world of little plug-in microphones that just go hand in hand with your current smartphone. Because I use that phone enough, and now I'm going to be using this little bare bones budget monster a lot. This is going to be a lot of fun.